Oh, boy. Well, if you know the final score of this one and you're tuning into this show, you are truly a sicko. Welcome into Chatterbox Bearcats. I'm your host, Nick Niehaus. Hudson Klauke joining me tonight as the Cincinnati Bearcats get spanked by Arkansas, 89-61. My goodness, what a poor performance. What an embarrassment this exhibition game was, Hudson. It was an exhibition game, but we have been brought back down to earth. 89-61. Here's how the dynamic of the show is going to go. I didn't watch last week's exhibition game against Michigan. Hudson didn't watch tonight's exhibition game against Arkansas. So he's going to talk me into the team, and I might have to tell him what happened tonight. But Hudson, without watching, and I'll get into the details, 89-61, woof, right?
It doesn't look good, man. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm like, there's going to be people being like, this guy does a podcast and showed up. He didn't even watch the game. This was kind of last second. We didn't have anybody to jump in, and I was checking in on some highlights, and I was, the group chats, everybody's got them. They were not looking good early. I think you actually told me, hey, it's still early. They were down like 15. And then I jump in here. I mean, 89-61, man. But Niehaus, like I've always said, exhibition games, it's kind of like, stars next to recruits' names. It only matters if it's good for your team. So when we played Michigan last week, that made a ton of sense. It was real. This is exhibition this week. I mean, come on. This means nothing. Throw it out the window. We're fine.
Are we?
We already got guys saying Fire West. We already got guys saying Fire West.
I got people. I got people in my on my mentions on Twitter saying Fire West already. All right, Hudson. Here's the thing. If you were watching, and I got the box score up, I have all the player stats. I need the team stats. Is this on here as well?
They got everything on here, brother.
All right, they got everything. Here we go. Yeah, here's the totals. 36 threes taken. That's my story of the game, is how much we relied on the three ball tonight and obviously didn't shoot it well. 9 threes made for a whopping 25%. I'll put it this way. I love threes. That was all I took in high school. That's all I shot my whole life. I know Hudson is the Guinness World Record holder for most single rebounded threes in the world. We love threes here. They have to be complementary, though, to the rest of your offense. When that's all you're relying on and you're chucking, that's all they did. They chucked. Shon Abaev airballed 4 times tonight.
So I did see that.
He tried a step back over Trevon Brazile. Trevon Brazile's like 6'10".
Niehaus, I said it last week after he came out and looked fantastic. He's going to take some shots that make you scratch your head. And he doesn't lose his confidence, which I think you can look at it as a plus, a good thing. So there's going to be certain times this season that you're going to shake your head and go, what in the hell are you doing in that spot? We take that shot. I mean, at least get it out of your system maybe in the games that don't count. But, hey, I know we shot 74 attempts on the box score. 36 of them are threes. So damn near half of your shots are threes. They shot 25%. But our guy Celestine, I saw a couple highlights of him. 3 of 7 from 3. I think he's like the biggest dark horse guy. I think we kind of all agree there. I think Celestine is going to be a huge part of this team. Fran Fraschilla apparently doesn't think he's a top 10 player on the roster. Sorry, Fran, you're an idiot. The guy's going to be a monumental piece of this team. That's the one thing I think, just looking at the box score from a guy that barely watched a second of the game, you can take some positives out that Celestine looks like the guy that we expected him to be.
He absolutely does. So we relied on the 3 and we didn't make any. We also missed easy layups. We went 7 of 20 on layups. That was my other thing. It was like, if you're not hitting threes, at least get to the rim. You know who actually looked good tonight? If I told you, if I gave you 10 guesses of who our best player tonight was, and I already texted you so you know, but if I gave you 10 guesses tonight of who our best player was, I don't think you'd get it. It was Halvin. He was the best player tonight. He had 8 second-half points. He had a couple post-up buckets. He had 3 offensive rebounds on one possession, but granted, he was missing it to himself. Still, he played well. The only other two kind of, things you can point at is Tyler McKinley looks poised for a freshman. I know he's technically a freshman, hypothetically a sophomore. He had a good bucket early on. He looked good. He can handle it. He can, he kind of paused, let a defender blow by him, put it in for a bucket. He looked good there. And also Halveen looked good. Who's the other third guy that I was thinking of other than Celestine? It's Keyshawn Tillery. Keyshawn Tillery just has that dog in him. He really does. Like he had Trayvon Brazil on him one-on-one on the wing. The announcer's like, this is going to end well for Tillery. And Tillery hits this baby hook over Brazil's, 8-foot wingspan. And it looked really good. Tillery's not afraid. Abaev obviously not afraid. I want to get to your point about Abaev making everybody upset. His first 3, not very contested. He had a step on the guy, but he's just standing there. Nobody's moving. He's just like, yeah, I'll just put it up. And my first thought was, yeah, he's going to make people upset with his shot selection, but I don't care. And then I got to the 6 3-pointer, and I started to care. So you're right. He is going to make some people upset. They just got to go in. He went 2 of 11 from the floor. He even airballed a layup. Day Thomas, really bad showing, 0 for 7, 0 for 3 from 3.
Wow. That's a guy you expect Day Thomas to. I mean, every day he's an everyday guy. You expect him to show up every single night, regardless of exhibition. But I mean, to look at the positives, Niehaus, Halveen, he played 10 minutes. No, he played 11 minutes. He had 10 points. If you project that for a game, the guy went for 40. The guy went for 40 tonight. He led the team in scoring. I'm just looking at this box score. He led the team in scoring. Halveen, the Frenchman.
That's crazy.
Led the team in scoring, which is insane. I think just looking at the box score again, I'm a little bit nervous. Shon, he's a guy that, and I know he's played against elite level talent, right? And everything I've seen did not really show up at all. I mean, he had 4 points, 2 of 6 from the field. And it makes you a little nervous because Arkansas, let's make that clear. Arkansas is a good team. We know Calipari, we know what he does. He's got a lot of NBA guys on there, and he's got some big dudes in Brazil and Pringle. And that scares you a little bit that if he plays elite level bigs, is he going to be efficient? I mean, I guess you can't be that worried about it. The guy played in the Big 12 last year and damn near average a double-double. So it's probably throwaway. Did we lose you, Niehaus?
I think you're breaking up. We need a call to Spectrum. Can you hear
Somebody
me?
Somebody in the chat, let me know if I'm still going or.
You're in the middle of a swig of Corona right now. I think we're back.
Let's ask the chat. Am I the one skipping? Okay.
This is a disaster.
All right, here we go.
This is a disaster. This might be.
Yeah, that worries you a little bit with Chom.
Yes, I was gonna say, hey, that was my first half at the halftime. Hudson, we need a break. We need to take 5. We need to take 5 seconds timeout on the floor because this is worse than the actual game. Are we good? Are we back?
I feel like I've been good this entire time, but you tell me.
Okay. All right. I think we're back. Yeah, no, that was my first half. I have halftime thoughts, and then the second half, I wasn't even going to summarize because it was just all so bad. So my first one is, where is Chom? He was nowhere to be found. I mean, he only hauled in 4 rebounds, 2 for 6. He did have a nice over his left shoulder kind of hook shot in the post, which, again, we didn't see all last year. So at least we have the ability to go into the post and score. Baba Miller had a post-up move. That one just didn't fall. It's the lack of movement on offense. It's the lack of just easy sets to get you easy looks. We did get an easy look for Sincere Harris, and he missed an easy layup. But Arkansas, maybe they're just really good. They're definitely better than Michigan. Like I said, I didn't watch last week's game. You didn't watch tonight. Man, Arkansas is good. They're long. They're athletic. They were giving us fits. I had this thought, and I'm like, you know how like when everybody talks about pressure, you're talking about defensive pressure. Like, hey, we pressured them on defense. We got up in their stuff. We forced turnovers. The issue with tonight's exhibition game is we didn't pressure them offensively. We were okay jacking up threes. We were okay taking a ball screen and just kind of lollygagging on the roll, lollygagging off the screen. Again, chucking threes. Like, Arkansas pressured us with their movement, with their cuts, with their just athletic ability to get to the rim. Hudson, we gave them, hey, if you're an Arkansas creative director, look no more than tonight's exhibition game for your hype videos the rest of the year, because they had like 10 fans on their feet slam dunks that were I was frankly jealous of. But like, there was zero pressure for that Arkansas defense tonight. That's what I'll give. Are we worried that maybe at this point it's a scheme thing?
So this is night and day to the Michigan game, because the Michigan game, I mean, the offense was looking fluid. It was moving quick. It wasn't robotic like we saw almost all of last season. And it sounds like, just looking at the score, it certainly wasn't that. I guess my question, though, to you, was this a scenario of us missing shots, or were they all contested? Was it like, hey, it wasn't our night? Or was it just flat out like, hey, the offensive scheme looks skewed, doesn't look right? There's like a core issue rather than, hey, the guys are just missing layups and missing shots?
No, that's a good question. Honestly, I want to say we were just missing shots. Some of Kirk Harise's 8 3-point attempts were tough, right? But I mean, just the fact he took 8 is bad enough. But like Celestine, like you mentioned, where he went 3 of 7. He had 2 open ones that he missed. Abaev had a couple open ones he missed. Day Thomas, again, like 0 for 7. Like, sometimes it's not your night. I really do think it's the athleticism from Arkansas, though. Darius Acuff, who's somehow a freshman, 17 points, 7 of 11 from the floor. He's really good. Trayvon Brazil's really good. Carter Knox, very good. DJ Wagner didn't do anything, and he's the name brand guy on that team. To that point, I think we just ran into a buzzsaw. Like, I think, we didn't shoot well, and it started off that way. We got into a hole. It's probably good we faced some adversity. Are you? Let's spin zone this, Hudson. Are you happy that maybe we aren't just going into the season thinking we're hot stuff, and that we saw some adversity in the preseason? We need a spin zone.
Absolutely. I mean, if you route Arkansas, I mean, we're just all rainbows and sunshine. That's not how the season's going to work. We're going to the Big 12. This was needed. I'm sure Wes Miller's saying that like the presser. He goes, I mean, this is a ball club that needed adversity. We still love what our game plan is. We love our players. We're still very optimistic on what we're going to do this season. We're going to play Cincinnati Bearcat basketball, and sometimes that includes, missing 18 layups in a single game. So do you think Chuck was early to pull the trigger on Bob Miller as the best player on the team after one exhibition game?
I'll give him this.
Very confident. He was very confident. He goes, he's best player on the team, no doubt about it.
He did say that. He did say that very quick and very he didn't leave it to doubt if he was being 100% serious or not. He was serious. Bad shooting night from him too, and he had a couple open looks. Like, I have in my notes. I took notes because I thought I was going to do this show solo. So thank you for hopping on, because nobody needed to see that. And the first 10 minutes, I broke them up in segments. Kirk Reese, a step back 3, he hit the first one. That was a good one, but it's like missed open 3, missed open 3, missed open 3. I'll give Chuck credit when it comes to Baba Miller, though. The guy's everywhere. He's going to be our best rebounder for sure. 6 rebounds isn't great. I mean, Jordi Rodriguez had 6 rebounds. But still, he attacks the rim without the ball. Like, when that shot is going up, he's going for that offensive board. I like that. 1 for 8 from the floor is not good. Man, I don't, maybe this just wasn't our shooting night. Well, let's spin zone that.
But Shon, it's
That's
only 2 games, but it worries you because he had 2 boards against Michigan. So in over 40 minutes of basketball, the biggest guy on the floor has had 5 rebounds. Like, that's a little concerning. Like, you got to have more rebounding out of a guy of that size and his talent level, and that worries me a little bit, especially with Haynes not playing. Not that Haynes was a huge boards guy, but are we missing physicality in the post? Because Baba is not, the biggest guy of all time. He's lengthy as hell, but he's not that big body. So that's something. And maybe this is kind of what the season's going to be. These up and downs where we go on the road to like a Kansas State and just lose by 27. And then we play Texas Tech at home and win by 15. And it's just a roller coaster of a ride, which I think we're kind of used to as UC fans. Maybe that's what we're going to be in for. And you just got to win some of those big games, those quad 1 games. There's going to be plenty of opportunities. Maybe it's just that. Maybe we lose some games because we're a brand new roster, man. There's a lot of new guys. It's going to take time to gel. But goddamn, that out of conference schedule might get a little crazy for us. Hopefully we don't just absolutely shit the bed.
Well, I want to go back to your first point. Chom, that's the worry. If I were to take something from this game, it's that worries me. Chom. Because I didn't watch the Michigan game. I watched the highlights. I know he didn't do much. Like you mentioned, he didn't even rebound much at all. I don't know, he even score much in the Michigan game.
He had
either?
he had a couple good, I think he had like 9 or 10. He had some good back to the basket moves. Yeah, okay. He was efficient on the offensive side. It was just the rebounding where I was like, oh, it's a fluke. But now we got 2 games straight of, he's playing 20 plus minutes. You'd expect more than 2 or 3 boards. Hell, I averaged 4 boards a game in high school. I mean, I'm like $170 soaking wet. John, figure it out.
Yeah. Look, here's the thing. It's the worry again is that the pieces are there. I truly blame last year on the roster construction, not the actual individual pieces, except for a couple guys. And I won't name names, but you could tell we have the guys. Like tonight they didn't hit any shots. Wes is pissed off again. Wes Hudson. So they showed a cutaway at the very end of this exhibition game where Wes and Coach Cal and like 4 or 5 donors. I maybe they're the Care Source because this game was for charity, for Care Source or for something.
It's for the kids.
For the kids, yeah. And they were taking pictures with all the big checks. Wes didn't crack a smile once. He was the only one up there not smiling. And I'm like, did they take this at halftime when we were losing by 30? Because Wes was pissed off. So you know that he's going to – I wish we had a post-game press conference tonight so I could hear him say that because, God, I need it in my veins that he's upset. But we said in the offseason we're not going to get ahead of our skis. I got a little ahead of my skis after Michigan. You and Chuck, you guys were all right. Is this a good thing for us as a podcast?
Yeah, like when I was on Stone Show the other day, like I
Uh-oh. We might have lost him. I'm giving it like 3 more seconds, and I'm going to have to go off the cuff like Colin Coward. All right, well, I think we officially lost Houdini. I don't know what else there is to say about this one, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Cincinnati got absolutely whooped in a game that Arkansas clearly was the better team in. The top scorers of the night, Halvin Zella with 10 points, Jalen Celestine, 9 points, Jordy Rodriguez and Shon Abaev both poured in 7. I can't stop looking at Hudson. If you're on YouTube and you just saw the face that Hudson was stuck on, that's a treat. That's a treat because that is truly something. Hey man, Arkansas shot the ball well, 33-62, 53%. 8 of 20 from 3 for 40%, and they got 25 free throws. They made 15 of them. Cincinnati, 16 free throws. They made 10 of them for 62%. They shot the ball 25% from 3, 9 of 36. And then what might even be worse is the 2-point. 21 of 74. 21 shots made out of 74 attempted for 28%. Pretty bad showing tonight in Fayetteville, but guess what? Doesn't count. So we'll have more coverage this weekend because we have a homecoming game against Baylor. Cincinnati 4-point favorites at home, trying to stay alive, try to stay undefeated, rather, in the Big 12 and stay atop of the Big 12 standings. They are currently in first place, so don't worry yet. Doesn't count. We're a little ahead of our skis with Michigan, a little bit brought down to earth, but we are still 0-0, and the season is fast approaching. Still a lot to be excited about, everybody. We have some good players on this team. Terrible shooting night. Arkansas out-athleted us, and they shot the ball well, and that's what's going to happen. You're going to lose the game 89-61. All right, that's it for Chatterbox Bearcats. We'll have a post-game show tomorrow after the Baylor game. See ya.